Hey Capricorn, how are you doing? This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind, this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. What is going on with the fabulous and most magical Capricorns? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, the 10 of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. What's coming towards you? The 6 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. What you are focused on is the 3 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. In your blockage is the 3 of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. And your outcome is the 7 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Okay, Capricorn, let's clarify this and find out what is going on. Present time, you have the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles, yes, is your end all be all, your big old house, your white picket fence, whatever your end all be all goal is. This can also be a place of work or feeling supported. Now, in your blockage is this 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is usually teamwork makes the dream work, but in your focus, you're feeling a little bit, not so supported in this element, or something here about an imbalance. So you might want to venture out, and there's something about expanding your vision or releasing and letting go of the rope, because that's what's coming towards you. And I feel like somebody is either caught off guard or by surprise by you, and they feel heartbroken. It's almost like you're unpredictable at this time. So when you were predictable, they thought you would just show up to work, act the way that you are. There's something about expect the unexpected. They didn't expect this from you. Okay, so what is this 10 of Pentacles? 10 of Pentacles can also be home, family, inheritance, and the Hierophant. Major Arcana 4, Taurus. Well, the Hierophant is teacher. It is also about a commitment, relationship, group, club, organization. Maybe you're the one that always has been the real organized one. I'm getting something about a structure here, because in the blockage is the 3 of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. It almost feels like you were the glue. Okay, so detaching, okay, venturing out, the light at the end of the tunnel, expanding your mind, expanding your business. I'm also getting something about the math. It's almost like you did the math, and the math doesn't add up at the end of the equation. So there's something here about like, I've done the math on, me working with this person, and for some reason, I'm still not feeling supported here. Okay, so what is this 6 of Swords? Being proactive. I'm also getting something about outgrowing a situation. Like it's almost like you're outsmarting it, or it's not challenging you anymore. And the 5 of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Well, the 5 of Cups is loss, hurt, regret. Will I regret on releasing and letting go and getting into smoother sailings? No. I'm also getting somebody is going to feel remorse or feeling of a loss. Will I feel this loss? They will. They'll miss you. Wherever you are, replace. Okay, so what is this 3 of Swords? 3 of Swords is heartbreak, separation, feeling separate, feeling like, yeah, it's almost like you've outsmarted the situation, or the equation didn't add up, something here imbalance. Like this is usually teamwork makes the dream work. Well, something that was once a dream, a wish fulfillment, a dream job. 3 of Swords in your focus. And the 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. You've been hiding this for a while. hiding some kind of heartbreak or sadness. Because the Four of Pentacles, yes, can be the need for greed, or you've been gripping and holding on to a circumstance, a relationship, a job situation, an after-school program, whatever this situation is, because this is hanging on. Or you have been bottling up your feelings. And when you bottle up your feelings, you can definitely explode. I'm also getting something about, there's something about hoarding, or you've been hiding finances as well, hiding your pain. You've been hiding this pain, okay. What is this Three of Pentacles in the blockage? Yeah, because Four of Pentacles, yes, could be the need for greed, or somebody only gives you the time of day when they feel like giving you the time of day. There also could be something about like the math, like the time of day. You know that this is a withdrawn energy, like withdraw. The more that you feel the withdraw, I feel like the more and more they feel the withdrawal from you as well. Okay. And the Three of Wands. There's something about packing your bag, packing up. So you have the Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Definitely some kind of third-party situation. And it doesn't have to be cheating, but it also could be. So like Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant, yeah, that could be some kind of love romance, or, you know, any kind of situation. I never suggest to people, ever, don't eat where you shish, okay? Because not only do you have to go to work all day and look at that person, but then you have to go home at night and there's that person standing there. So it gives you no time to miss this person. But there is a situation of when you remove yourself from this element, this person is starting to feel the pain of what you felt. But this Three of Wands is like plans in motion, plans in progress, but there is no future plan with either a structure or a person. It feels like you're the lesson that you needed, or the teaching that you teach or taught here, doesn't challenge you anymore. So right here, the Seven of Wands is no roadblock, no speed bump, no hiccup, no hurdle is going to get in my way of the goal I want to achieve. Okay. You have a different vision and you have a different goal of what collaboration looks like. Okay. Seven of Wands. And I was just saying this in Aries reading, where it's like, I no longer resonate with this, or I no longer jive with these people. They used to be very complimentary, but I no longer jive here. And I get that. Also, there's something about the flow. The flow is not flowing, because you do have the Five of Cups, which is emotional loss. You have the Three of Swords, which is suppressing some kind of emotional pain, or you do have some kind of greedy, selfish person around you. Or you could also be saying, oh, it's so selfish of me to move away from this dynamic, but I feel like you've been keeping this in a place of cushy and good. Okay, so what is the Seven of Wands? And the Ten of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Well, the Ten of Cups is commitment, connection, returning to good health and healing, and financial recovery. There also could be something about like going somewhere and recovering. You need to go somewhere, possibly even for 7 days. So let's just say that you are going the distance or staying with somebody for maybe a week. So this could be actually taking like a vacation, and wow, this person is really feeling it. But I'm also getting an element where it might be family and friends that are questioning you here. But you're sitting in a lot of pain and hurt. Something here is painful. I'm also getting you're dealing with somebody who is very defensive or defiant. It means trying to hold the person accountable or responsible for their actions, but closed mouths don't get fed. So there's something about like you've been shut down, or you're almost numb to a situation. And I get that. You know, when you are so past a situation that you're literally numb to of what somebody's saying to you, even if this person, something catching you off guard or by surprise. And I'm also getting something about they're very surprised by you not acting Capricorn, whatever that Capricorn means for you. Like, let's just say you usually show up a job. All of a sudden you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm going on vacation. I'm going to see my friend for a week. That is not like you. So you're out of your element. So what is this 10 of Pentacles and the Hierophant? And the World. Somewhere where you've been for a very long time. I'm also getting something about longing. It's like your soul is desiring on adventure and travel. Completion, closure, tying up loose ends where loose ends need to be tied up, and freedom from some kind of higher level of commitment, connection. I'm also getting something about like higher. Like it's almost like you're evolving, like a growth spurt. But a growth spurt can be very painful because then you actually look at who you're collaborating with and you're like, you know, it almost feels like you're homesick for somewhere. But you're not really sure where you're homesick for. You just know that this is a karmic cycle that needs to close out. 10 of Pentacles, again, some kind of relationship, family, could also be some kind of like group, club, federal government, structure, rules. Breaking the rules. Capricorn is breaking rules, but they're not actually breaking the rules. It's just you not acting of Capricorn goes to work, Capricorn shows up, Capricorn, you know, is a good partner. I feel like you are checked out here. Okay, so you're checking out. What is this 6 of Swords? Finding balance and letting go of some kind of past. Like somebody also could be blaming and shaming you of like, where do you think you're going? What do you mean you're going to see your family? Questionings. I'm getting all these questions. Stop questioning me. And the Strength card. Courageousness, a bold, brave move, and healing. I'm also getting something about you becoming mental resilience. So with some kind of blaming or shaming, and maybe you've done this in the past, as I want to blame, I don't know, a circumstance, or I want to blame that person for whatever. But this is overcoming and healing. Healing sadness, healing the loss. And you have a different vision. And yeah, it can be sad to outgrow friendships or outgrow, you know, maybe a situation where you used to have a dance program, because I get this as jiving, like dancing. Or you've been tiptoeing or jiving around your family, like meaning like, you know, when a conversation comes up, if someone says like how work is going, you're like, oh no, everything's great at work. So nobody could have predicted this. Nobody could have predicted this coming for you. Capricorn is predictable. What is this 3 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles? And the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, thirsty for more. Some kind of new goal or new manifestation. But I'm also getting with that Page of Pentacles, this could also have something to do with a child. Now, let's say you are a teacher and you've been teaching like elementary students, kids, or there's some kind of like after school program where these people need you, you don't need them. So you have the Page of Pentacles in your focus, which is, I need to turn the page. Times are changing. I need to turn the page, especially with the timing. So remember when I was saying it was like between 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, because the 2100 is here. 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Something is turning. And then I'm also getting something about the math. So you've been doing the math and you're like, okay, well, what am I learning from this circumstance or situation? Also, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So it could be a friend who could be, now you could be really reactive to what another person is saying to you. So let's just say that this is, I don't know, your best friend here. Your best friend calls you up and out of the blue, right? Unexpected. Your friend calls you up unexpectedly and says, hey, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing all that. And you're kind of like, can be thirsty for information. Page of Pentacles can also be somebody longing and desiring for a manifestation. Okay, so, or a child. Okay, so what is this? Three of Pentacles could also be dealing with a Taurus. Definitely be dealing with a Taurus. Man, child, woman, child. Somebody who is the need for greed. So this person only gives you the time of day when they feel like giving you the time of day. Or there's something about like stingy. It's too small. Okay, so what is this Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands? So there's a situation where you are, I feel like you almost have a poker face here, Capricorn, where there's plans in motion, plans in progress. But see how you are packing up, packing a bag. Okay. You're not going forth with this plan, but they don't know that. And I feel like it's almost like you've gotten over something in a circumstance. So this could be an element where you've gotten over a relationship, or you've gotten over some kind of friendship in a relationship. It could also be like a sibling, brother, whatever. Working with a loved one. Okay. And your blockage is this Ace of Wands, a blockage. A blockage in passion, desire, attraction. It's blocking your growth spurt. Page of Pentacles is doing something differently to get a different result. So the Four of Pentacles is keeping you too small. So you're doing the same thing over and over and over again and hoping that something will change. But you're the one doing all the work. So with this Ace of Wands, could also just be some kind of lust or passion. But then when you do have this Ace of Wands with the Three of Wands, this is the Four of Wands, which is something to do with your foundation and stability is imbalanced and rocky. A rocky foundation. Something that used to bring you passion and desire and happiness is, it's no longer. Okay, it almost feels like you've been self-medicating, well, whatever kind of self-medicating that is, to make you feel comfortable in the feelings that you feel of like, I thought that we were going to get married, or I thought that, you know, we were on the same dynamic. Okay, so what is this Seven of Wands? Being caught off guard or by surprise. Ten of Cups. Financial recovery and returning to good health and healing. But I'm also getting something about you reading something. You're withdrawn and reading something and it's making you sad. But it also is something about the student. Okay, so what is this Seven of Wands and Ten of Cups? And the Eight of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Well, the Eight of Swords is self-imposed prison, stuck, tied, trapped in some kind of commitment, connection. Ten of Cups. I'm getting something about the conflict between like what family and friends, and Eight of Swords. Caught off guard or by surprise by somebody, like somebody's nundies are in a knot. I'm also getting something about like tying the knot, or something about in a knot. I got to get myself out of this knot. I'm also getting something about have not, like the book. Oh, here. Okay, so here you reading the book. You see you're reading this book here, and you're finding something here. It's a new goal or a new manifestation, and it's outside your comfort zone. And then all of a sudden, you're like, the book almost feels like you closed it, or somebody wants to close this book. They want to close the gap so that you can't go anywhere. Family. Something about a person in your ear is either being defiant or defensive towards what you're doing or what you're saying or what kind of new manifestation you want. I'm also getting somebody is heartbroken, sad. They are very withdrawn. The draw. You need to draw. Paint colors outside of this. Draw outside of this. Somebody here is maybe trying to hold you accountable or responsible, being like, hey, Capricorn, you're the one that always does this. So it's almost like being like rebellious. Capricorn, rebellious. Feeling stuffy and suffocated in some kind of commitment connection. Yeah, I'm not jiving with this, okay? So how do you get out of this mental prison? Because it almost feels like you could go back around in this cycle, or the cycle will repeat over and over and over again until you learn this lesson. So the math, something about the math, you gotta add up the math. If the math isn't adding up, you know what to do. You know what to do, the Fool. Okay, so the Fool is about offloading baggage, having little to no worry, little to no expectation. So when you fixate on an expectation or an outcome, you're going to be disappointed every single time. But I'm also getting something about no risk, no reward. You want adventure. It's almost like thirsty for adventure. This also is an element of somebody, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So do you want to go around in the cycle? Yes or no? Fool card is also, what is me, myself, and I going to do? This is Aries energy. This is about a me project, not a we project. Oh, maybe somebody is like, oh, they don't understand. They're thinking everything is hunky-dory, okay? It is not. Not where you... Something about 7 days, 7 weeks. It's time for me to heal now. So you got to feel to heal. So where are you going? Almost like 7 days you're going somewhere. It almost feels like you don't want to go back, because then you see the knot. Once you get a taste of feeling something differently, adding something new to your routine to get a different result, you're going to feel a lot better. I replay our conversations over and over. Okay, so your outcome is some kind of commitment or connection, something catching you off guard or by surprise by this knot. And it could be like tying the knot. Maybe you tied the knot and said, yeah, you know, I'll be a teacher for 7 months, or yeah, no, it's not you. It could be a Pisces as well. I have Gemini, Leo, Taurus, Libra. Libra is always like, what are we going to be doing about this situation? You speak to me through music, so notes. I wish I could take back my words. So, I know, because there is something about like, words do hurt. I know sticks and stones don't break your bones, but words will never hurt me. Words do affect a relationship. I don't react when people mention you. So this person has no reaction, but they're actually really hurt. I'm starting to understand our connection. Are they? I don't know. I don't know about that. This time you're being loyal to you, but I'm also getting you getting a taste. It's almost like you go somewhere, you get a taste of something. So let's just say you go and stay with a family member. You see how their dynamic of a relationship is, and you're like, huh, that's how you function in your relationship. And you could be totally caught off guard or by surprise, right? But it almost feels like I'm no longer being in this knot. It feels like you're in a web. Hammer, sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, and repair. So this is soldering. And as you can see, there's a ring. It's time for me to heal. It's time for me to heal now. Sabotage and rebuild. And this could be your own self-sabotaging behavior where you've been staying in something too small for a very long time. And I'm just getting an element that this could be a work situation, but I'm also getting an element of like, you're comfortable. It's been too comfortable here because family and friends are very close, or there's just something here. Sword and the Rose, clarity, truth, revelations, honor, protection, and determination. I'm also getting something about you writing down your feelings about, let's just say, a job situation. You're writing down your feelings on how this job makes you feel, and then you're reading back of what it actually says on paper, and you're like, if you were to give your friend advice, what kind of advice would you give your friend on that? Girl with a snake, charmed or use, enable, and boundaries. So there could also be another influence of a feminine here. Pictures, looking at your pictures, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. So, you know, there is something about like wanting to make new memories. And then also this has like roam, like you need to roam. Yeah, because this says Paris on here. I'm getting something about Europe. Euros. It just feels different. What does this say on here? Gage and Ron. Something about the gauging. Okay. Mirror. Mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. So there could be also somebody you are mirroring, or you're mirroring back to them on some kind of feeling here. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love. I'm also getting something about like struck by something new. Because especially with that Page of Pentacles, it's like doing something or trying something you've never tried before, and there's a withdrawn energy. Even though you're heartbroken or like sad, I'm just getting like this empty feeling. And I know what that feels like. I just feel like it is longing. Like, you know when you get homesick and you think, oh, I'm like really out of my comfort zone. I feel like I'm out of my element, and you kind of shrink down. This is not for you to shrink down. It's just uncomfortable because you have training wheels on still. You have to take the training wheels off. Or you've been trained in some kind of dynamic. So somebody here like maybe trained you. This was a good teacher for you. But now you need to step into the teacher role. Or the teacher will appear here, Capricorn, when the student is ready. And you're ready. You're suppressing something here. So time to like open up that shell Take the shell off and become vulnerable. You've been shelling, like keeping too small. Yeah, and so see in this picture even, keeping small. This kept you small. Oh, that's what it is. You're too big for this pond. Capricorn, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can also do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website and you can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.